I'll tell you, I had a good, the bad, the ugly schedule here, and we'll get to a portion of it. But Chris Demm has just pointed something out to me that I never would have noticed, because I don't really notice things. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. Okay, so
it's an interesting example of how, Kelly, you just sort of you're in your own bubble.
Fact.
You don't interact with other members of this team in the building.
No,
unless you have to. That's right. Unless you need something.
That's right.
That's it.
That part I understand.
I need a donut.
Let's just be.
We'll get donuts.
I need you to help me do a podcast.
Well,
I'm working on something. I need it.
I've lobbied for donuts.
It's the right thing to do.
I thought so, but I'm at odds with another show host who wants.
There could be some McMuffins down there. We don't know.
McMuffins, we don't know. I've had words. We've exchanged. Anyway, we have a new television in here. You might be able to see it if you're watching on camera.
If not, there's one in Times Square that's about the same size.
Very large.
Yeah.
Very nice. Eventually, it will have advertisements on it because, the popularity.
This show is like a runaway freight train.
Maybe. It's taking America by storm. You'd think we'd have them just rotating through right now. Instead, we have a static picture of the four of us, okay? It's on there.
It's clever. Nice little graphic.
Nice. It's nice. The photo was taken 8 years ago, all right? Back when we looked better.
Yeah, they're older pics.
Older pictures. And it's interesting. You can't really see it, but we have the four of us lined up on the right side of the screen going from top to bottom. And Biggie's picture, Chris Demm said to me, take a look at Biggie. He's got a huge smile on his face. And Chris Demm said, somebody's whitening those teeth. Those teeth are gleaming.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Pearly white.
I think somebody pasted the smile on.
Well, that may be true.
I mean, it's a winning smile.
It is.
But when have you seen Biggie like that?
Never. You've never looked happier or better.
My teeth. I think they added the smile. I don't smile like that.
No.
I've always thought that was very odd.
You do.
But they're blindingly
white. And I said, oh, those are not his teeth. Those are not his teeth. Nothing wrong with your teeth.
No, but I don't have
not like that.
White teeth.
You look a lot like, and this is what Chris Demm, I think.
Who was the character in Shawshank who actually did the murder for which Andy Dufresne was convicted?
Elmo Blatch. Blatch is in prison and laughs about killing Andy Dufresne's wife.
I just remember him having...
It's a close-up shot.
It's a close-up shot.
Horrible. Close-up of his face.
Of his face. And he's like...
And I killed the bitch. Right. They pinned it on the husband.
Right. And you have Elmo Blatch teeth, but on this...
Regis Philbin.
Oh, yeah, Regis. You have Simon Cowell teeth on this.
Simon Cowell teeth.
They look like veneers.
Right. And I'll never unsee it now. No. That's all you...
Yeah.
I've thought for years somebody photoshopped that.
You should use that picture for everything, Biggs.
Everything.
Well, but I don't look like I don't.
Still,
smile.
doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Just use it.
Yeah.
Image is everything. Ask the TikTokers.
It's too good.
If you ever see me in any other photo, I never smile with my teeth.
No. That's right. And that one looked fantastic. And Chris Demm's right. Image is everything, and I think you should go with that. It's like in this segment, there's a guy whose image has completely changed now. The good, the bad, the ugly. It's a good story about delivery drivers, but then there's also a bad story about delivery drivers. Now, the good one is from an Amazon delivery driver in New York who's being hailed as a hero because he literally ran into a burning home to save a family. He was actually on his way home from a shift doing Amazon delivery, saw that the house was on fire. He saw smoke coming from the house.
Where's this?
This was in upstate New York. Okay. And firefighters got there just in time. He ran in. His name is Kevin Rivera. And he said, as I was watching, I could see the fire getting bigger and bigger. So I went through the door, knocked it down, he said, went in, got everybody up. And the firefighters, when they got there, said, you saved this family. There's no question about it. They had no idea that the house was on fire. And they had about 2 minutes to get out. And he says, I'm not a hero.
I just saw the fire just getting bigger and bigger. That's when I rushed in. I didn't want nobody to die in that house. To be honest, I just feel great that I did something.
Mom, dad, and 2 kids out of the house.
How many of us driving by a house engulfed in flames would stop and then run in? I mean, you call 911, Abby.
But that's pretty good. I mean, to do something like that, that is a hero.
It's exceptional.
I don't know why they need to call him an Amazon delivery driver. He was off.
Oh, he wasn't in his
I think Amazon's getting
Too much credit.
too much credit
shine.
here.
Too much credit for it, yeah.
Amazon had absolutely nothing to do with this.
He's just a guy.
He's just a guy. Yeah.
He's a guy who rode by, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if I saved a family, which I probably won't, but if I did, I wouldn't want them to be like radio DJ Biggie saves family. I'd be like, I wasn't at work. I was off.
Part-time pizza man.
Yeah, use my real name.
But wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
No, you try to steal my shine.
I want that shine
Of course.
for the radio station and for the show. You know, you want to say, two guys named Chris, cast member.
yeah, but that has nothing to do.
Biggie.
If it's 4 o'clock, I'm
Yeah.
not doing work for here.
Really, if it's 10:15.
morning or night.
They'd use that smiling face of yours. That would be the picture.
Yeah, that's the one we'll use. That's the one we'll send the paper.
You know what generally happens in our business, in radio, is that if something bad happens, that's when you get known by the
That's
radio.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's
You know,
right.
it's, if something good happens, it's a local radio station raised or collected water for the hurricane victims.
That's right.
But if Chris Kelly gets scammed out of $7,000, local DJ Chris Kelly,
Yes.
Total boob.
a
Works
local
here.
idiot who works for this station.
Scammed out of $7,000 by Pine Straw scammers. I know you think he's
That you got credit for.
exactly right. I get a lot of credit for that. Nothing for if you do something good. That's exactly right.
You hear about these fire stories, and I think you know somebody that went through that. It's not just the fire, but the speed of this fire. It's
Unbelievable.
Like if you wouldn't have gotten out a minute later,
Yes.
you wouldn't be here.
They told my good friend who last November had to fire right after Thanksgiving. Fire took his whole. They said you had about a minute to get out of this house.
It's crazy.
He
the
happened to be
speed.
awake. He happened to be awake, using the bathroom, and saw that's smoke. And then he said they ran across the street, looked back, and the whole
That's
house
it.
was engulfed. That's
Lucky.
Right. That's right.
Why?
Incredible.
Is it
Is it the way-
materials?
but I thought it was better today than it used to be. You know, material wise.
Well, I think it's more energy efficient. I don't know that it's better fire.
I think it's more fire retardant today than it was in the 60s, 70s.
I think he had asbestos back then. I think it would have taken longer to burn.
Oh, you do?
I think so.
Well, I bet his house was built in this particular one that I know, my friend, probably in the 90s.
It's particle board and light
That'll
wood.
probably go up. But I mean, would the wood floors go up quickly?
I would think so. Varnish on them. They probably
Maybe.
catch pretty good.
I don't know if I'm not really sure of that. I
Of course,
thought
all the fabrics.
But that's just what you hear in these fire stories. It's like you had a minute
only
to get
minutes,
out.
just
You
not
know,
long. Yeah,
we're
that's right.
approaching the almost the 1 year mark for your friend. What's their status?
They are still staying in a rental home near the old house, within a few miles, and they're rebuilding on their old spot from scratch. And I'll tell you what, Dave.
Yeah.
He says the insurance company has been magnificent through the entire thing.
Is that right?
He said, you can tell Dave, the insurance company, when I needed them, they were there for me. Now, I'm not going to plug them.
You just did.
No, only if something bad happens.
That's right.
We're here
A
when
local
you
insurance
need
company help us
us.
out.
A local insurance company helped them out.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, there's one.
There's one that's done a great job. Exactly. Bad story. This is local. From Winston-Salem, NC, a North Carolina woman has escaped with minor injuries on Monday after falling into a sinkhole at a used car dealership.
I saw this.
You see
It was
her.
right in the middle of the parking lot, wasn't it?
She was at Frank Myers Auto Max in Winston-Salem. Her name is Kia Long Giant, Gyant. And she said as she was walking through, the ground collapsed beneath her in the parking lot as she came out of the back door of the car dealership where she was negotiating a deal for a used car.
Was it a Kia? For Kia?
For Kia, yeah. Kia wanted a Kia. She's got scrapes and bruises, no broken
course.
bones. But she says now it's a mental thing.
Mentally, I'm messed up because I think everywhere I go now, I'm going to fall through the ground and my car is going to go through the ground. I can't sleep at night, shaking, still trembling.
Nothing could be done about it. Apparently, the fire department says the hole was roughly 15 feet wide and 8 feet deep. And a department spokesperson says an underground pipe collapsed through nobody's fault. It just happened, and there it went. I saw the hole now.
Yes.
Is this something that our friend Kia can take action against the city, or is that something that's just simply unforeseen?
Well, I was wondering about that. You know, our attorney, Lisa Lanier, is joining us in 45 minutes or so. Maybe we should ask her. I have not prepped her for that.
Right.
But maybe I'll ask her if there is anything, or is that just an act of...
I mean, I don't know how often pipes under city streets are inspected.
And this is at it's a private dealership, but it's a city street, as you said.
Their
and that's
pipes.
Calls it. That's their pipes. So She had the scary fall. She's uninjured.
So how did that
basically.
work? The pipe did the ground around it? The pipe leaked and it made the ground go away.
It erodes like the earth, and then the asphalt just collapses over.
underneath it, right? So just nothing underneath, I guess. Maybe
No, I saw there's nothing under there but a broken pipe.
Yeah, and she had just unfortunately was coming across it right at that time. But now she says it's all a mental game for her. Everywhere she steps, she thinks, "Oh my gosh, the ground is going to fall out from beneath me." So that's the bad story today.
Did she get a car?
No word on whether
Waiting on financing.
that card. We don't know if she got that car or not.
Give it to her.
We have an ugly story today involving a pregnant otter and a surfer. Apparently, let me see where this took place, and it's pregnant otter versus surfer.
Versus.
Yes,
Otter in salt water?
an otter, apparently in
Sea otter.
California, a sea otter. Surfer was surfing off the coast of Southern California, and a pregnant otter jumped onto his board and would not leave. He kept trying to...
Hey, little otter dude.
Well, we have some audio from the attack.
Otter just took parts of his board. Are you kidding? How's this gonna work out? No way. Dude, this isn't gonna be... They ain't budging.
Let's go paddle out and rescue.
It's a hard deal because if he gets him off, it's gonna try to attack him and he just has to get on board right away. It's a standoff.
Boy, we're gonna go help him. Come on, boys. Come on.
Oh, it is not over at all. He's coming in.
Watch yourselves, quick.
Eventually, they went out there and grabbed the surfboard away from the otter, and the otter went away, and they were able to get back in. But they had
You kind of just have to push your board into the shore.
So that's all they could do.
Yeah.
That's all they could do.
Unmanned.
That otter was pregnant, and so they think that it was trying to protect itself and maybe family nearby, and it made sure that nothing came out there near. They went down the beach to surf after all was said and done. But otters, we've learned, when they're being protective, they will attack. Remember the teenager that tried to pet the otter? This was a 16-year-old, went out there to see an otter. That's the otter. Here's the team. That's the team right there. That's an otter. That is a literal otter attack.
The squeak.
We just heard that. Otter, and now boy now.
I don't know which sound I like better.
I know they're both good.
Those
Those are
otters,
so distinct.
when they're laying on their back, cracking those little oysters open, they're cute.
The
AF.
cutest things
Yeah,
ever.
they are. They are.
The
But,
little shellfish.
Yep.
but obviously they can attack.
Damn right. They
It's
got
amazing
teeth.
how many surfers have video.
Yeah.
You know, they put little GoPros on
Yeah,
their
that's right.
Yeah, they're out
heads
there
or on their
video.
boards.
By the way, we got our cat yesterday. We are now cat owners after all this.
Oh, well.
Remember I
How'd
told-
the first night go?
Very well.
How old's the cat?
Well, it's a different cat than I told you. Okay.
A different cat than the different cat?
The other day, remember we were going to see the cat. What was his name?
Snuggles?
No.
Onyx? Moonshadow?
Moonshadow. Was it Moonshadow?
Or something. I thought, because it reminded me of a Marvel character or something.
Yeah, it was something like that.
Yeah.
Anyway, that cat was 8 years old. And everybody said, let's do that one because,
It's half of them.
by the time my daughter goes for college, I'm like, I want to take care of it as long, that kind of thing. And we wanted to give the adult cat a home. Well, it turns out she had already been adopted. So we couldn't
Okay.
get that cat.
That was going to be my question. Moonshadow was still with us, right?
Oh, yes.
You didn't
Moonshadow.
go to pick up Moonshadow, and they walked from the back, and somebody said, grab Moonshadow, and they said, no.
No. Paint another one's tail.
Yeah.
Make it look like Moonshadow. No, and we call a great group here, the Animal Rescue and Foster Program that we've done work with before. And yesterday, my daughter picked out a new cat named Polly. And
Oh, yeah.
beautiful cat. Beautiful. Gray and white. Just a beautiful cat. A little bit younger than 8 years old. 5 months. 5 months
5
old.
months
5
old.
months old.
That's kitten, isn't it?
Kitten. He still qualifies as a kitten. My daughter just fell in love with her. And I must say, very sweet cat. Brought her home, integrating her into our lives now. I'll tell you how it goes. So far, so good. So far,
Has little Polly the kitten met the dog?
just briefly. We just sort of got them near each other. Now we'll try to integrate them together more over the next week or so, which we were told to do it slowly, put them together slowly.
I thought her priority was a black cat.
Well, it was until this one was so cute. And so we went with a gray cat, and it's a rescue. So, it's like we feel like we've done the right thing.
Who rescued who?
Exactly. Little Polly may have rescued us. That's right.
Where did little Polly spend her first night?
In my daughter's room.
In your daughter's room. Okay.
Really?
My daughter has a little bed on the
Good for
floor, and it's nice. It's really nice. And the lady couldn't have been nicer, and she gave us toys and a bed and all this stuff.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So really, it was really good, and so now we're cat owners.
Where's Polly's litter box?
In the bathroom outside my daughter's bedroom. Okay. So really, this is my daughter's pet.
Perfect.
And then when she goes off to college in a few years, we'll take the cat over, or we'll take over the chores for the cat. And then once my daughter's out of college, she'll likely move back in with us, the way the trends are going. But once she has a place on her own, she can have the cat.
You better put that in writing, because you've said that many times.
I don't think that part's going to happen.
We'll wait and
Y'all
see.
get so attached.
Well, we'll wait and see.
Your wife will get so attached, you're going to keep that cat till
She does that.
end of days.
How did your son feel? Did he feel that
It's green. It's green.
Okay.
I don't think Dave knows what that means.
The latest term from my son, who's 17, is green. No, just good. Everything's okay. Everything's green.
Oh, it's green. Go.
Let me give you an example. He comes in the other day. How was your math test? I got a 70. Well, you got a 70. It's green. It's green. It's green. It's green.
No worries. No worries.
As long as it's green.
Makeup test all the way.
Right.
Then I got a text yesterday. Is it green if Marshall comes over to watch the game? Yes, son. It's all green.
His vernacular is
it's
his nomenclature.
Spectacular.
Wonderful, isn't it?
It's all over. I love it.
It's a spectacular vernacular.
Yes.
Thomas has some information about the sinkhole that the woman fell in. Thomas, go ahead.
Hey, yeah, I don't know specifically, but if I had to guess, it sounds like either a water or sewer line either burst or was leaking, but it's very common for it to literally wash the ground away and create just giant holes in the ground.
Well,
so it's not uncommon for that to happen.
Apparently, that's exactly what happened, and now the lady fell into the thing, unfortunately. Thank you, Thomas. Appreciate it. That's the bad story. The ugly story is this. Although Biggie has already commented, we previewed it earlier, that he's not sure this story really is true. It comes from a TikToker. She went on to complain after her DoorDash driver delivered some junk food, which she had ordered. She said apparently her girlfriend had ordered a bag of Cheetos, some taquitos, and a Dr. Pepper from a convenience store. All right? So that was the order. But now this lady goes on to online and says that the DoorDash delivery driver actually gave her a note when all was said and done that was really upsetting to her. Apparently, it's fat-phobic. This is what she says about the note.
My girlfriend, who by the way is disabled and has digestive issues, ordered some junk food that she could eat, and you guys sent a message in it that said an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
That was heartless, and she says wrong for the DoorDash delivery driver to deliver a note.
I want to break this down piece by piece.
Okay.
One, it's clear that this is made up to me.
You don't think this is true at all?
No, I don't think anyone would leave that note. Also, my friend with digestive issues can eat Doritos, taquitos, and Dr. Pepper. Well, anyone who has had that combo like I have knows that if you have digestive issues, that's not the combo you're putting together.
That's far from gentle.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. I agree. And you don't think the delivery driver put the note in there?
No, I think I think they went into wherever they had to go, the convenience store, the Walgreens. They grabbed it, they put it in a bag, and they went and delivered it. They don't care what somebody gets.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Who ordered the food? The woman we heard, or her friend with the disabled
friend? Her friend ordered it.
The friend isn't real. This story isn't real. This is somebody.
Yeah.
You know what this is? Clout chasing.
Oh no!
Oh, we got a clout chaser.
Oh boy!
Here.
Chasing clout.
I know a clout chaser. Yesterday she came in and said, "Hi, I'm your favorite clout chaser." Yes, you are.
You're doing it now.
Yes.
This is the TikToker.
My girlfriend, who by the way is disabled and has digestive issues, ordered some junk food that she could eat, and you guys sent a message in it that said an apple a day keeps the doctor away.
She's triggered.
She added the disabled and the digestive issues to make it more, hit home. But if she really ordered Doritos, taquitos, and Dr. Pepper, one, get up and go get that. Even I'll say that.
She calls it blatantly fatphobic, and she says her girlfriend can't digest apples. There's too much.
Oh, Jesus. Fake.
Only digest salty corn snacks.
Yeah.
Taquitos, yes.
What digestive issues do you're hungover is what you are.